Right now, I want you to look at your vegetable garden. It definitely resembles a graveyard if it's winter where you live. Your peppers, cucumbers, and tomatoes are all lifeless sticks. The instant the temperature fell below 50 degrees, the guys most likely gave up. Winter means the fun is done for most of us. It entails utilizing that dusty container of chili powder from 3 years ago or consuming store-bought vegetables that taste like cardboard. However, what if I told you that there is a pepper plant that enjoys the cold? I am referring to a plant that has a longer lifespan than a single summer. It lasts for 15 years. It doesn't develop into a little bush. It grows into a huge tree that can reach your head. The fruit isn't thin and hollow like a jalapeno, which is the nicest part. Like an apple, it's crunchy, juicy, and thick. Here's the catch though. This isn't available at your neighborhood garden center. Why? Due to the fact that nearly all seeds marketed now are white, flat, and intended to expire in October. You must search for something quite different if you want the forever pepper. You must search for the black seed. If you stay, I'll explain why this weird fuzzy plant is the best grocery bill investment you'll ever make. Greetings from ancestral soil. What is the origin of this then? We must examine this pepper's native habitat in order to comprehend why it is such a beast in the garden. We're not referring to Mexico's scorching, sunny fields. We are traveling deep into Bolivia's and Peru's Andes highlands. We are referring to an elevation of 8,000 feet. The nights grow really chilly and the air is thin. The Incas did not have puffy coats or electric heaters when they lived up there thousands of years ago. So how did they manage to keep warm while keeping an eye on their llamas? They consumed the roto. They referred to it as the fire. And for good reason, the heat affects you in a different way because this pepper is so thick and greasy. It warms you from the inside out with a steady, deep burn. For ancient shepherds, it was essentially an organic pocket warmer. This is why it's important for your backyard. This plant learned a trick that most peppers don't know because it originated in a cold, foggy environment. It discovered how to tolerate the cold and enjoy the shade. The ricotta is just getting started, while your bell peppers are begging for full sun and perishing at the first hint of frost. It's the opposite of pepper. It's difficult, it is strong, and for generations, it has been used to feed people in hostile environments. I understand your thoughts then. Why haven't you seen one at the grocery store if this plant has a 5-year lifespan, tastes great, and functions as a heater? Is it against the law? Does it have too much heat? No. In actuality, the response is really dull. The trucks are the main focus. You see, supermarkets nowadays are similar to factories. Vegetables that behave like cardboard are their favorite. They are looking for peppers that can be thrown into a crate and have thin, dry skins, bounced 2,000 meters in a truck, and remain fresh for 2 weeks on a shelf. Jalapenos and cayenne are ubiquitous because of this. The majority of them are dry fiber and empty space. They ship flawlessly. The ricotta is not the same. A ricotta's inside doesn't resemble a typical pepper when sliced open. It resembles a plum or a tomato. The walls are quite meaty and thick. It has a lot of juice. This is a chef's paradise. It denotes crispness and flavor. However, it's a nightmare for a transportation company. The fruit is hefty and delicate due to the excess juice. They bruise if you stack them too high in a box. They spoil if you ship them too far. In essence, the food sector determined that flavor was too costly to transport. Thus, they substituted peppers, which are boring to eat but convenient to travel, for the ricotta. Here is the good news though. You should grow it for the precise reasons they are unable to sell it. Your gain is their loss. This is where things become really exciting for your pocketbook. So let's talk about the figures. You are losing if you use a white seed to plant a regular bell pepper. You purchase the seed, water it throughout the summer, and perhaps you get 30 peppers. However, when winter arrives, the plant perishes. You have to pay for everything again the next year. Take a look at the ricotta now. Due to the fact that it is a perennial, which means it endures for many years. It is planted once. A ricotta is no longer a bush by the third year, it's a tree, and complete fence can be covered with it. A fully grown plant can yield 500 to 0 peppers in a single season. In terms of maths, one ricotta tree is equivalent to roughly 20 regular pepper plants. Consider those savings. There are 19 fewer holes to dig as a result, 19 less seeds to purchase. For optimal benefit, it is the epitome of indolent gardening. However, there are 2 principles you must understand before you rush out to buy one, or else you will fail. First rule: verify the ID. Ignore the attractive images on the packet when purchasing seeds. Examine the seeds themselves. They must be jet black, resembling little, angular bits of coal. Return the seeds if they are tan or white. You're purchasing the incorrect plant. The second rule is the shadow protocol. Most folks are confused by this part. I take it that most peppers enjoy roasting in the scorching sun. Not this one. Recall that it originates from the foggy highlands. A ricotta will wilt if placed in the intense midday light. In fact, it adores the shade. For us gardeners, this is enormous. It implies that you are not need to employ your best sunny locations. This guy can be planted on the shaded side of your porch where nothing else grows, or beneath your apple tree. It creates a food forest in your garden's dead spots. Lastly, the winter hack. It enjoys the cold, although it will still be harmed by a severe freeze. Thus, simply plant it in a large pot if you live somewhere with snowy winters. When the snow begins to fall, take it into your living room or garage. It's a lovely houseplant. Imagine grabbing a fresh, crisp, fiery apple pepper for your soup from your indoor tree while you're sitting at your dinner table in January during a blizzard. Money cannot purchase that feeling. In the end, it all boils down to a straightforward decision. This year, you can purchase seeds in the same manner as everyone else. The white seeds are available for purchase. You can plant them, observe their growth for several months, pick a few peppers, and then watch them perish when winter approaches. That is the gardening rental model. It works, but you have to start from scratch every time. Alternatively, you may try something else. The black seed is your option. It's not just about acquiring spicy cuisine when you plant a rauto. It has to do with planting a friend. It's about planting a seed now that will continue to nourish you in 5, 10, or even 15 years. 10 years from now, picture yourself strolling out into your garden. You may have slightly grayer hair. That ricotta tree will still be there, waiting for you in the shade, even after your children have grown up, covered in vibrant red fruit and those lovely purple blossoms. That is the distinction between cultivating a legacy and cultivating a crop. I must ask, are you sick of bidding your garden farewell each winter? Go find those black seeds if you are. Give them a place to live in the shadows. Allow them to take you by surprise. After seeing this, please let me know in the comments section whether you have ever grown a rhodo or if you intend to look for seeds. I'd want to hear your tale. We appreciate you spending time with us on ancestral land. Let's begin gardening for a lifetime rather than just for a season. My friends, knowledge is not lost. It's only waiting for you to unearth it. I'll see you at the next one.